Item number, YOS-001. Object class, Keter. Containment procedures, YOS-001 is impossible to reach, as YOS-001 uses it to evade capture and detection, and also its hostile nature. Foundation personnel are to turn their attention to any anomalies made by YOS-001 when they are discovered, and to contain them swiftly and effectively. Foundation personnel are to be cautioned about YOS-001 possibly bringing an anomaly to one of the sites, and if it does, must monitor or contain it immediately. Description: YOS-001 is a hardcover book with a seemingly unlimited amount of blank pages. These pages are made of another material yet unidentified, and smelt vaguely of tobacco. YOS-001 is currently in possession of a young child, age 4, designated as YOS-001A. YOS-001 continually writes messages on one of YOS-001's blank pages, and the completion of a sentence will release a new anomalous influence in a random location. These anomalies vary, but most of them are discovered by civilians. It is unclear if YOS-001 thought of these ideas, or had malicious intentions of making anomalies to terrorize the human population. Catching YOS-001A is often problematic, due to its danger sensation and transportation. It will relocate itself to a higher location to reduce the risks of capture, and will continue to unleash more anomalies. It is unknown how YOS-001A acquired YOS-001, or how it knows to write down anomalous sentences, but it is thought that a random adult gave it the book in order for it to remain entertained, but how it transports is unclear. Addendum: YOS-001's existence did not become noticed, until a disturbance was noticed in a nearby town. Most people in the town investigate, and are shocked to see a massive figure walking on an empty field. People became hesitant to know what it is, or how it will act, but a bunch of people decided to get closer, and they were attacked by the entity. The people immediately fled upon seeing this, and reported it to the authorities. Although most of the authorities didn't believe people's claims, a group became interested, and promised them to deal with the situation. This group later became the organization that focuses on securing and containing anomalous threats, the YOS Foundation. The Foundation built numerous large sites in isolated locations, and tracked down and secured the large entity, and kept it in one of their secure sites. Another abnormal entity became noticed once it was hit by a car by Agent Derek. The entity was all red, and assuming it was anomalous, it was taken into custody. Another incident occurred when Agent Redacted took a bowl of Reese's Puffs back to one of the facilities, and ate it with other agents, only to feel discomfort. After realizing the cereal wasn't normal, it was contained. A mass murder caught the attention of the Foundation, and found a man holding a glowing sword. The man was subdued and the sword was taken into custody. This leads to 5 anomalous items into Foundation custody at the moment. Addendum 2, about 11 more anomalous items were discovered, and the Foundation wondered what could be causing a lot of them to appear. An investigation team was sent to find the source, while the others focused on containing more anomalies. The source was later found in a cabin in the middle of nowhere in Canada, and the team found a young child holding a book, drawing something on it. One of the members approached the child and attempted to converse with it. The child immediately jumped away from the member and started screaming at them to go away. Reason with the child is futile, as it proceeded to disappear, leaving a purple puff of smoke behind. After discovering that the boy is anomalous, a team was dispatched to track the child down. While others are focused on containing newly discovered anomalies, 50 more are found at the time of writing. The others were tracking the child. But no matter how many times they find the child and try to capture it, it quickly disappears. Unlike other anomalous items that were more easier to keep locked away, this one was very difficult to catch, which warranted the object classification system. Addendum 3, it is now thought by researchers that the book is anomalous, and the child was writing down the anomalous contents on the book, making it come into existence. Attempts to take the book away are almost impossible, as the child simply disappears when touching the book. The Foundation is trying to think of another solution to take away the book from the child, and as of the time of this addendum's writing, there are 500 more anomalies discovered by the Foundation. One team member thought of snatching the book away from the child's hands before it instantly disappears. Once the child is found again, the member then immediately lunges for the book and takes it away from the child. The plan worked, but suddenly, the child started screaming so loudly that it nearly burst the eardrums of all the team members present there. The child then lunged at the member who took it and started assaulting him. One of the team members tried to terminate the child by gunfire, but the child disappeared, along with the team member with the book. The team members were getting agitated with this hide-and-seek situation they're in, due to the child being very difficult to control, and it is very aggressive to anyone who takes away the book. The team member that the child took was missing for a long time, and he was presumably dead due to the child's hostile behavior. However, after too many times of locating the child, instead of the child remaining passive when the book is held by it, it immediately becomes hostile towards the team, and started rapidly attacking them, with it biting one of the members, assaulting one with a bat with spines, and jumping high enough to crush the rib cage of one of the team members. The child's hostile behavior kills about 4 members of the team, and immediately disappears with the book. The team realizes how much bad they have caused this, because of one team member taking the book away before the child disappears with it, caused an even more hostile reaction from the child, one so bad that if the team dares to enter its location, it will immediately turn hostile when sensing their presence, and has become strong enough to kill lots of members. After this massive mistake, the team decides to return to one of the sites, and reports the incident to the YOS-007 Council. Addendum 4. The YOS-007 Council has proposed a solution to the containment of the book and child, which has been given the designation YOS-001. Due to the continuous searching of the item and difficulty to contain due to it continually transporting itself to random locations, and the child's hostile behavior has made it more difficult to safely contain it, the anomaly is to be left permanently uncontained, because containing it would result in losing an unacceptable loss of personnel, and the plan made by one team member escalating the situation even more. So the YOS-007 Council has decided to leave it alone, and contain the anomalies it creates. The child, known as YOS-001A, would either stay in its random location undisturbed, or it would continue to transport itself, risking that the child would settle on a Foundation site, which would be a massive situation if it did. As of the writing of this addendum, there are currently over 1,000 YOSs under Foundation custody, some at Foundation sites, random locations, houses, and other areas. But for YOS-001, leaving it alone will count as containment. As long as it doesn't settle onto a Foundation site or any urban area, there won't be any further casualties. So for now, the Foundation will only focus on anomalies that aren't YOS-001. Anyone who tries to find YOS-001 is to be considered lost, and personnel below Level 4 clearance are denied access for information regarding YOS-001. Sometimes, some things can be left undisturbed, even if they pose a direct threat to human life. Addendum 5. Any personnel with Level 4 clearance can view the following information on YOS-001 written by YOS-001A below. The wolf gave a queasy bork, and made the man burst in his stillness. The woman admires the leaves, and it is the true mother of all plants. A woman whose mouth is on her face, lies beneath the rear. The flesh spreads like a disease, always fiending for more to grow. The bones may rattle at times, but they could sometimes leak blood. Who needs a real superhero, when you have someone with a pleasant look? The lullaby rides the wind, leading to someone's doom. The brother that loves the brother, hates the sister. Don't watch at midnight, or you'll see scary scream-worthy stuff. Skinny dipping might be pleasant, unless you like to drown. You might think animals are cute, but a boy goes on top of that. If insects aren't scary enough, increase their size. The baby ain't safe, unless you got an overly determined person. A pet is always a pet, when he shoots confetti. Who wants candy, when you buy it from him? The ground is taken, put them on the road. New York suffered once, they'll suffer twice. Want a big pet, get one human-sized.